Imagine waking up on the morning of November 2, 2025, to a world that has fundamentally, irrevocably changed overnight. Not from a war or a natural disaster, but from a quiet, meticulously planned financial event that has reshaped the global economic order. Now, imagine you had the chance to be on the right side of that change, to have positioned yourself not as a spectator but as an active participant in the single greatest wealth transfer in modern history. What you are about to hear is not a prediction, not a guru's hopeful forecast, nor is it a rehash of old intel from the forums. This is a direct, data-driven report from the front lines of a financial operation that is already in motion, an operation that will culminate on the 1st of November, 2025, with the official activation of a network of dedicated exchange centers designed for one purpose and one purpose only: to facilitate the long-awaited revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese dong. The confirmation we have received from secure logistics and financial coordination channels is absolute and leaves no room for ambiguity. The final countdown is not beginning soon, it has already started, and the clock is ticking down to a very specific, non-negotiable date. For years, the narrative has been one of waiting, of hoping, of enduring endless cycles of rumors and letdowns. That chapter of uncertainty ends today, right now, with this disclosure. The transition from an era of speculation to an era of action and execution is now officially here. The intelligence we have compiled points to a rollout of staggering precision and scale. This is not a simple website launch or a vague announcement from a central bank. We are talking about the physical establishment of high-security, technologically advanced facilities strategically located across the United States and in key international financial hubs. These are not your standard currency exchange booths at an airport. These are fortified financial institutions operating under a specific, temporary mandate with a tightly controlled window of operation. The term exchange center does not fully capture the gravity of these locations. Think of them more as activation points for a new financial reality, where the paper assets you have held for years are transformed, through a verified and authenticated process, into recognized, liquid capital at their new, revalued international exchange rates. The significance of the November 1, 2025 date cannot be overstated. This is the operational, go-live date, the day the system is powered on and becomes accessible to the public. However, and this is a critical piece of the puzzle that most will overlook, access to these centers on or after that date is not guaranteed for every individual who simply walks in with a stack of currency notes. There is a prerequisite, a gateway step that separates the prepared from the unprepared, and it is called the pre-registration process. This pre-registration is the single most important action you will take between now and the activation date. It is the digital handshake between you, the currency holder, and the new financial infrastructure. Failing to complete this step is the equivalent of having a ticket to a historic event but leaving it on your kitchen counter. You know it's happening, you were supposed to be there, but you are locked out because you didn't follow the one simple, crucial instruction. The purpose of this registration is twofold: first, to authenticate the holder and perform initial, non-invasive compliance checks, and second, to manage the immense logistical flow to these centers to prevent chaos and ensure a smooth, orderly, and dignified experience for everyone involved. The system is designed for efficiency and security, not for long lines and public frenzy. By pre-registering, you are essentially booking your appointment, securing your place in the queue, and informing the system that you are a serious participant ready to engage in the process. The data you provide during this stage is encrypted and forms your unique digital fingerprint within the exchange ecosystem. Without this completed registration, attempting to approach an exchange center will be futile. You will be turned away without exception. The message from the operational planners is clear: preparedness is paramount. This is a structured, military precision operation, not a free-for-all. Your first and most immediate task is to locate the official, secure portal and initiate your pre-registration. The time for passive waiting is over. The era of active preparation has begun. Let's move from the conceptual framework to the tangible, actionable details that form the backbone of your personal exchange strategy. The where is just as critical as the when. Based on the logistical data we have analyzed, the initial phase of the exchange center rollout will be concentrated within the United States, with a primary focus on major financial districts and strategically selected regional hubs to ensure reasonable geographic coverage for the vast majority of the population. You will not have to travel to a single, secret location in a remote part of the country. The network is designed for accessibility, but with a clear emphasis on security and operational control. Confirmed states for the first wave of center openings include Texas, specifically the Dallas and Houston metropolitan areas, Florida with locations in Miami and Tampa, California with hubs in Los Angeles and a secure facility in the Irvine Financial District, Illinois with the primary center in Chicago's Loop, Arizona in the Phoenix metro area, and Nevada with a significant presence in Las Vegas. Furthermore, additional secondary centers are scheduled for activation in states like Georgia, specifically Atlanta, North Carolina in the Charlotte corridor, and Washington state in the Seattle area. This list is not speculative. It is derived from procurement orders for high-grade security systems, logistical contracts for armored transport services, and personnel staffing requests that have been funneled through discrete corporate entities over the past several months. Understanding the location is only half the battle. The other, and perhaps more daunting half, is understanding the procedural gauntlet you will face once you are inside one of these facilities. This is where many currency holders, despite their years of patience, will face unexpected and irreversible setbacks. The process is designed to be rigorous because it serves as the final filter, ensuring that only legitimate, compliant notes enter the new financial system. Let's walk through it step by step. Upon arrival at your scheduled appointment time, which you secured through your pre-registration, you will be greeted by a multi-layered security checkpoint far beyond a standard bank. Your identification will be scanned and cross-referenced with your pre-registration data. Any discrepancy, even a minor one like a middle initial versus a full middle name, can trigger a flag that will delay your entire process. Once through initial identity verification, you will be escorted to a private screening room. This is where your currency notes will be subjected to the most advanced forensic-level authentication. The machines being deployed are not simple counterfeit detector pens. They are spectroscopic and magnetic resonance scanners that analyze the very molecular composition of the ink and paper. They will be checking for specific, covert security features that have never been publicly disclosed, features that cannot be faked or replicated. This is the absolute deal-breaker moment. If your notes fail this authentication, they will be confiscated on the spot, and you will be given a formal receipt of seizure. There will be no appeals process. This is why the source and quality of your currency are paramount. Notes that are overly worn, torn, stained, or that come from questionable sources are at an extremely high risk of failure. The system has zero tolerance. After your notes pass authentication, you will proceed to the financial transaction terminal. Here, you will be presented with your final exchange calculation. You will have a choice regarding the form of your funds: direct wire transfer to a pre-designated account, a secured cashier's check, or a combination thereof. The financial advisor on site will guide you through the tax implications and reporting requirements, which are mandatory and automated. The entire experience, from entry to exit, is designed to be clinical, secure, and final. There is no room for negotiation, no haggling over rates, and no second chances for failed notes. Your success hinges entirely on your preparation before you even step foot in the door: flawless pre-registration, impeccable identification, and most importantly, holding authentic, high-quality currency that can pass the most stringent examination imaginable. So, where does this leave you today, in this moment, with the confirmation in hand and a clear path forward? It leaves you in a position of immense power and responsibility. The information barrier has been lifted. The veil of when and if has been replaced by the concrete reality of how and where. The greatest risk you face now is not that the event won't happen. The intelligence confirms it will. The greatest risk is personal unpreparedness. The landscape between now and November 1, 2025, will be filled with noise, confusion, and a last-minute surge of misinformation from bad actors seeking to exploit the anticipation. Your focus must remain singular and unwavering. Your mission is to execute a flawless personal launch sequence, mirroring the precision of the official operation itself. This begins with a cold, honest audit of your own holdings. Take out your currency, right now after this video, and examine it not with hope, but with brutal objectivity. Are the notes crisp? Are they from reputable, traceable sources? Do they have any imperfections, no matter how small? If you have even a shadow of a doubt about the quality or authenticity of any of your notes, you must address it now. The authentication failure rate at the centers is projected to be significant, and that is by design. Do not let your journey end in a confiscation room because you ignored the warning signs on your own currency. Beyond the physical notes, your digital and personal documentation must be in perfect order. Ensure your government-issued photo ID is current, not expired, and that the name on it exactly matches the name you intend to use for pre-registration and the subsequent banking transactions. If you need to renew a passport or driver's license, do it now. If you have old addresses on your banking information, update them. This is the time for meticulous housekeeping in your financial and legal life. The pre-registration portal, when it goes live through the official channels we will monitor, will require this exact match. A single typo, an old address, a mismatched name, these are not minor inconveniences, they are system-rejecting errors. Think of yourself as an athlete preparing for the Olympics of your financial life. You wouldn't show up with untied shoes and no training. You show up with the best equipment, a flawless plan, and the confidence that comes from having left nothing to chance. This is your financial Olympics, and the gold medal is financial sovereignty. The final, and most profound, step of your preparation is the mental shift. For over a decade, the Dinar and Dong community has been defined by waiting. That identity must be shed immediately and replaced with the identity of an executor, an implementer, a person of action. The psychological whiplash from years of anticipation to sudden, concrete action can be disorienting for some. Prepare your mind for the reality of success. Begin having discreet, professional conversations with certified financial planners, estate attorneys, and tax advisors who operate under strict confidentiality agreements. Do not wait until after the exchange to figure out what to do with the resources. Have a plan drafted, reviewed, and ready for execution. This is not about daydreaming, it is about strategic wealth management. The moment the funds hit your account, a clock starts on a new set of challenges and opportunities. Your ability to navigate that new landscape with wisdom, discretion, and purpose will determine the long-term legacy of this event for you and your family. The revaluation is not the finish line, it is the starting gate of a new race entirely. Your preparedness for that next race begins today, with the decisions you make, the actions you take, and the focus you maintain. You have been given the map and the coordinates. The mission is now in your hands. And now, here is your final, most critical call to action. Do not let this information simply wash over you and become just another video you watched. The difference between those who will successfully navigate the coming months and those who will be left confused and unprepared will be decisive action. Right now, in the description box directly below this video, I have posted a crucial link. That link is your gateway to the most current, vetted, and secure information repository we have available, including direct monitoring for the official pre-registration portal launch and updates on center locations. This is not a sign-up list, it is an intelligence resource. It is your direct line to bypass the coming misinformation chaos. Click that link, secure your access, and take control of your financial destiny. The clock is ticking. Your future self will thank you for the action you take in this very moment. Go now.